This episode is brought to you by the feature film Wall of Flesh, a vintage comedy. A faded musician and lovable curmudgeon must reassemble his motley band of misfits in order to provide for the spermatozoa that got away. At Wall of Flesh Film and wallofflesh.com on Amazon.
Hello, friend.
Hello.
And hello to you, little friend. Oh. Well, at least one of us is happy to be here. Who's your little friend?
This is Mortimer, of course.
Mortimer.
Mortimer, say hello to the world.
I'm kind of, Brian, the way you look at Mortimer.
I will kill you. I will end you right now. This is my boo. Say hi, boo. He's like, why am I allowed on the table?
What is happening right now?
Oh, good boy.
This is your,
This is Poor Life Choices. Since the fish died in episode 2 of Unnecessary Talk, we've decided to get something else that I've grown closer to.
You lost a fish?
But I didn't lose it. It died.
Well, I mean, typically when our pets die, we lost them.
Dude, you ever try to flush a puppy?
All the shit we said so far.
Mr. Roto-Rooter.
Yeah.
But this is Mortimer. Mortimer is the official mascot, and he's in charge of all pet relations and pet media for Poor Life Choices.
Wow. He is a gorgeous animal.
Do you know that Mortimer has his own IMDb page?
Really?
And you might see some of his work in a little film called Wall of Flesh, a vintage comedy.
Wow.
Which, I don't know if you've seen it.
A fine film.
But the reviews are mixed.
Like the audience.
Like the audience. And you do cool.
It's a great movie. You should check it out. On Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime. Oh, social media. Speaking of.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
My name is Josh Willis, and you can find me at Josh K. Willis on Instagram.
I love how you weren't really sure.
Instagram and Twitter. And on Facebook, I'm Climate Elvis.
That makes sense.
Thank you.
My name is Brian Sturges, and you can find me at Mr. Brian Sturges. And this is, you know what? We'll work on some social media.
Yeah,
Morty
you should.
Schleck and his agents giving him a hard time.
Right.
He's not booking enough. Why have him on the roster if he's not bringing in enough money to pay?
Mortimer.
It's like that time I had a threesome with Tom Sizemore and a giraffe. So, I don't even know what that means. All right, boo-boo. Well, he just wants to say hi. He seems pretty happy.
Yeah. Yeah, he got
I
out.
want to give him a little treat.
We
have a little treat here. This is the thing we didn't get to last week, is you told a story about
the angel food cake.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, if you toast angel food cake, you will see God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's that good. Are we angel food caking it up right now?
Well, what we're gonna do is we're going to toast it up in a toaster oven.
Yeah.
But let's break off a little piece for Morty, just to give him a little
Mortimer love here.
A little bit of love here.
All right. Here we go. That seems like a big piece. I'm going to tax you a little bit, Mortimer, here. Here you go. He's sniffing. Dog eating. Is angel food cake bad for dogs?
No, devil's food cake would be because it's chocolate.
The chocolate, right.
So if anything.
Right. That's how I like mine too, Mortimer.
This may be a little
It's a little dry. A little dry.
Dry. Can I get a cup of coffee?
Oh, yeah. Did you see that?
So we're having...
He likes licking it. He's thinking about eating it. Oh. Let's see. It's... Okay. Down there. It has not changed. I think he just swallowed it all. It didn't
This
change
dog cannot lose his
sizes.
life on my hands
It didn't
and on
change
camera.
sizes at all. It was exactly the same size.
Going down?
Yeah,
Oh,
it would squish and then pop back up.
You know, Morty's 16 years old.
Wow.
16-year-old Pomeranian.
I hope to make it to 16 someday.
It's like, I don't know what that is in dog years.
I'm going to give you a little bit smaller piece this time. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That's the good. He's like, all right, now he's addicted.
Yeah, like a boo-boo. So
right, there you
he and I are going to have a little treat. Is someone is getting BACON.
No.
He's going to get a little special treat this week.
You mean bacon?
See, look what he did.
Are you going to bleep that? 525. Oh, look, he's excited because he thinks it's bacon.
Find your light, Morty.
Find your life.
It's like this dog doesn't
He's
know
okay
anything
now. He's
about
okay.
acting.
I was trying to make small pieces, and then he just wolfed it down.
Oh, this dog. This is my dog.
like
Listen.
He's like a vacuum. Now he's looking around. Where's the rest? All right, buddy. I don't want your blood sugar to get too high.
I love that he's standing on the keyboard key, baby.
Are we still recording?
Of course.
Oh, good.
This is a Frank.
Look at the gain.
Jamal.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
Nice.
Well, listen, buddy.
It was nice to meet you.
Morty.
Is he
Turn around, buddy. Hey, buddy.
losing a little hearing too, maybe?
Well, he's kind of blind. He's kind of like,
He's
he's a salty old
a
dog.
salty old dog.
He just has this asshole in my face. I mean, like, classic stage blocking.
Yeah,
but
right,
I
you
mean,
know?
I feel
You have been upstaged by a dog's ass.
it's not the first time.
Wow.
All right, boo-boo. See you later.
He's like, what else can I eat up here?
He's like, all right, buddy.
All right.
Go play boo-boo.
Bye, Morty. Everything was fine.
He's fine.
All right. Thanks, Frank. Take care of Morty
Frankie,
for us.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He's
Appreciate it.
Now he's coming over to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I'm the chosen one.
For those listening at home, Morty is a 16-year-old black Pomeranian with a cataract so large it looks like he's an evil villain with a glass eye.
Yeah.
And he is gorgeous.
Oh.
Yep,
Yep. There he goes.
He's shaking it off.
Shaking it off.
Well,
Which is what we should do.
shake it off.
Shake it off.
Like
Yeah.
the girl there. Shake it off.
Baby.
Shake it off, baby. It's a Baco's ad, right?
Is it? Oh, sorry. I forgot my improv training there for a minute. I didn't yes and you.
What do you mean? No, you didn't.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Okay.
And
No,
now
you
we're-
didn't. There's an argument. What's our relationship? Where are we? Poor life choice. We're
Poor
two
life
assholes.
choices.
Yeah.
Two.
So listen, let's try this
Okay.
angel food cake.
Yeah,
so
yeah. All right.
Now we also had a thing where I explained to you a toaster oven because the Japanese make everything. So it's a don't
Okay.
be worried. We're talking about a toaster.
Okay.
Okay. God, jeez, everyone. All right, here it is.
I had a toaster incident. I had a toaster that I hated. It was a Black & Decker, which I'm sure.
Oh,
you know,
I like Black & Decker
Yeah.
toasters.
Do you?
Yeah.
But nothing compared to now. This is like.
Okay, it's on. Okay, you didn't believe me last time. Now we
You
are
could
not.
cook a small person in there. That's not a toaster oven. This is like
I don't think
this
the
is
good people
big
at
enough
Cuisinart. Who makes this? You know what? Since Crystal Geyser won't email us back, who makes this? I think who is it?
It's Hamilton Beach.
It is
Hamilton Beach. Yeah.
It's a fine Hamilton Beach.
Fine.
Now, what's cool about this? Can you know what? Let's go ahead and get a shot.
That thing is you could toast my toaster in there. It's big enough.
It's not the size that matters, but this is a 2-for-1 because it's a toaster oven, but it has the slice thing. So if you have a toaster oven and a toaster, why are you laughing at it? Dude, it's great, right? So
It looks like a robot from an 80s sci-fi show.
It's kind of hard to
I'm
operate
pretty
backwards.
sure I saw that on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
You have the oven,
Okay.
and then you have your toast, right? So your oven's there, and then when you want to toast it,
See, that's
you
like
open
the
it,
mouth.
And
That's
then-
like the mouth, you know. It's like,
Be careful. This is a Hamilton Beach,
it's Hamilton Beach.
a potential sponsor of the
Okay.
now two guys talking.
Now, two guys talking.
Yeah,
We're two guys talking.
we're two guys talking. We may or may not be batching, in case you're wondering.
We're batching. Is that some kind of...
That's gay sex thing.
Okay.
So, all right, but isn't that great? I mean, Hamilton Beach.
No,
.com maybe.
I've never toasted one of these in anything quite that big.
So are you going to put it in the slice thing, or are you going to put it
Well,
in
yeah,
the
I think we
bottom?
should put it in the slice thing. That's how I toast mine. Look,
Okay.
okay. It's very hard to find, by the way. It's actually pre-sliced
cheap
angel
bastard.
food cake.
$4,000 on a couch. You show up with a half-eaten $1.99 angel food cake.
it was $4.99, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
see?
paid $4.99. Must be nice.
Yeah, Ralph's.
At Ralph's.
At Ralph's, yeah.
Whatever.
All right, here we go.
All right.
So let's take a couple of pieces.
So you're gonna have to now. I can't. I don't have exactly a monitor here.
Is it
My
plugged
monitor
in?
is very. Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Frank.
Frank, way to go. Appreciate
you,
it, buddy.
Tim
Keep
Holland
living
on
the
it.
dream. All right, we're
So
gonna
I
put.
can't, but I don't see.
Okay, no, I'm gonna put two slices.
But I don't know what the setting is.
I'm gonna put two slices in right
Like you
here.
don't respect the Hamilton Beach. Now, how are you going to get them out?
It's your toaster, man.
It's okay. So my brother keeps buying wooden toaster tongs.
Wooden toaster.
No, I know, but he has them all saved. Yeah, he has tongs because
You
he's
gotta-
a man of great leisure. Where he has he spent designated funds on tongs for bread.
How about chopsticks? You got any chopsticks?
I don't think you're allowed to say chopsticks anymore.
My
I don't think you
my
could do
wife
that.
is of Japanese descent. I can say chopsticks
You know what?
anytime I want.
I don't notice.
You don't notice.
I didn't know. You
You didn't notice?
because I'm woke.
Oh, you don't see
The math skills.
ethnicity.
Was that offensive? It's a compliment.
So do you have any chopsticks?
No, I don't have any chopsticks.
What's-
We're in fucking America, okay?
Oh,
Just because
wow.
you're brought home.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, didn't your Japanese, didn't her father, wasn't it like he was a half Kawasaki? No, what was it? What do you fly into a...
Nope.
Boo!
Nope. Nope.
Not like September 11th,
No,
but a
her
different one.
father.
Boo! Kamikaze.
Nope.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Kawasaki's a fine breed of motorcycles.
Right. No. That was
Okay,
not. No. Her dad did fight in World War II, but for the U.S. He was a U.S. soldier
And he was
in World War II.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Did they trust him?
He was part of the 442, or actually some.
I think that's MASH.
Yeah. It's- no, there was a battalion of Japanese American soldiers in World War II, and he fought in World War II for the U.S. His name is on a monument in downtown Los Angeles. It's called the Go for Broke Monument.
It's because
There
the
you go.
politicians had funded it.
Yeah.
The taxpayers.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So during that time, I mean, alleged internment camps. I don't know. I'm not trying to start that.
Alleged internment.
I've never
I
seen
think you
one,
just.
but I believe it.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah. No. Well, they
wasn't
were in
there-
Hawaii at the time. They were in Hawaii, and so he signed up. He was just old enough. He was like just barely 18 when he signed up.
Was it like December, like 42?
Yeah. It was right after.
Was it
Pearl
December
Harbor.
6th?
Yeah, it was right
1942?
after Pearl Harbor. Yeah, he was there. He remembered. Both of her parents remembered the bombing of Pearl Harbor. They were both alive then, and
In Hawaii.
in Hawaii. Yeah, they were both there, and so he signed up shortly after, like young, like barely 18, and served for many years. Then he
the
was in the
U.S.
Navy. Yeah.
Did he get in the wrong line? like why?
Like he was supposed to get in the internment camp line, and then he
Whoa,
got
no. Whoa, buddy. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Your father-in-law was a spy. Very
That's
cool.
right.
All right.
All right. Let's toast some.
All right.
I have no idea how we're going to get it out, but you You should put it on like a. Let me tilt it this way so I can see it. So, is that this way? This way.
Well,
there we go. All right.
I got Frank's on methadone, and he's not really moving the camera. Frank. He's having a cigarette.
Okay, here we go. Here's the toaster. I'm gonna put it on like. Okay. I put it on like a light toast. Like a light toast. You don't want to over toast it. Here we go. You ready?
We need one of the linking pages where it's like if you buy this on Amazon, we get the money. We get like 2%.
Yeah, of Hamilton Beach. That mad Hamilton Beach cash.
Oh my God! Have you seen their wonderful blenders at HamiltonBeach.com?
Don't they make irons too? Don't they make
They
irons?
make it all, Josh.
Yeah, baby.
It's Hamilton
Beach.
a potential sponsor
Yes.
of Two Guys Talking podcast.
We did it.
One
we got it
NASA
right
scientist and
who doesn't
another
speak
guy.
for NASA? Doesn't.
oh yes, we every
always,
show.
Yep, we'll
every
have
show
that.
we
Yep.
have to. Yeah,
Just because I have this mug, which Brian gave me. Thank you very much, Brian.
you're welcome. I bought that at
beautiful.
Ross, which is where I bought that shirt from
Lovely.
last week's episode.
Lovely.
Yes.
Wonderful.
You can drink for less.
Maybe you should just try drinking less. Okay, let's toast.
Sobriety is not funny.
It's not funny at all. It just killed the buzz right there.
I guess we could have told that story while this was toasting.
Yeah, it
'Cause
would
now
have
we
been.
have to find.
It's toasting now. Is
It's
it toasting?
Let's not.
I can hear
set
it. I can hear it clicking.
Well, I can't.
It's warming. No. Okay.
This is a fine.
It's a game of patience.
Oh,
toasting.
Yeah. It's like making s'mores. You can't
Yeah.
just throw them in the
No,
campfire.
no. It takes a little love and a little patience and
Sugar,
yeah,
cocoa.
chocolate,
Cocoa bean?
Yeah, cocoa.
That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, cocoa.
Where was he during?
He was
Pearl Harbor.
I think he wound up in Japan
Hmm.
after the end of the war. There's like a picture of him in a Jeep in Tokyo after the end of the war.
And the worst part is his name is on a U.S. It's a monument
It's on
of
a
spies.
U.S. Yeah, right.
But I don't know who he was spying for.
Go for.
What if he was a double agent?
He was a. He might have been. Yeah.
I feel a little bit of heat on my untrimmed
you?
eyebrow hairs.
Oh, is it coming up? I'm gonna see. Oh yeah,
Now I can't see it.
it's still in there, right? I mean,
You know,
this is
every great podcast.
we should toast something.
I do feel the heat coming out of here.
Is this going to turn into a cooking show?
Well, I can't see.
This is
I don't
why they
know.
cut. This is why they cut in the cooking show.
Yeah, they
You know?
don't- But I can't.
I can't. It's in the toaster part. Even if from the front, you can't really. Oh no, I see it.
So you
Yeah.
can see it through this fine.
Yeah, you can see it.
The engineers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You think that's enough, or?
No, it can be toasted a little more. They're a little toasty. It's
I'm
nice.
nervous. I'm going to tell
You're
you.
scared. I can tell you.
Ooh,
What's the matter?
should have brought jam.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you a story.
yeah,
My father is a simple man at 92.
yeah.
All he needs is a peanut butter and jelly, which
Oh.
means he needs 2 pieces of white bread,
Yep.
Jif, and grape, whatever generic jelly.
Welch's.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So every Christmas, my father's friends they send him jams and jellies every year because he loves
That's-
PBJ. So in that,
Sorry, your story was taking so long. Let's see if they're done.
okay, well, I guess. Sorry, Dad, your time will never come. See, now this is why my brother has those. I get it.
Do one more. Just toast it a little longer. I went light. You know, I went light on the setting, so just give it about a half another one.
Okay,
It'll
hey,
be-
you're the boss, so I can get back to my story now.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was it?
I don't know how long is it going to be. Your dad gets jam.
Okay, it
See?
happens.
Yeah.
So, my mother, who sent me that box of Valentine's thing a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
was filled with jam. Now, I know that this is the jam that I saw her all holiday get from different people. But she sent me a box of like 20 different jams. And she's like, I know you love jam. Like I did, like 6 weeks ago, I wasn't there while she was receiving these jams.
She re-gifted you
every jam.
Christmas jam.
Because he just wants, because he's a simple, he just wants his white bread. Like
Welch's.
He doesn't need blueberry mixed with ginger mixed with the tears of a Bolivian orphan.
Okay, here we go.
You know what? You don't seem to give a shit about this story. You seem
I'm
transfixed.
wrapped. I'm wrapped. Yeah. Okay.
Well, should I put a fork?
Yeah, that's it. How come only one comes up at a time? Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whew, it's
Here we
hot.
go. Yeah.
It's hot,
Cheers. Boom. Yeah, it's hot. It's toasted.
but it's hot.
It's toasted. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Need some jam.
It does add. You're allowed to talk with your mouth full on mic, right?
Oh,
That's
great,
a
yeah.
Professional school of broadcasting.
Yep. It had, now we could have toasted it a little less. I got a little overexcited because all I could see was the bottom. See, all I could see was the bottom, and it still looked untoasted
I
at
think
the
it's
bottom.
perfect.
But it's yeah.
What happens is I think a little bit of caramelization happens
Yeah,
from the sugar on the
exactly.
outside.
That's
so
right.
it gives it
Yeah.
a crunch.
It's like and the sweet, and it's soft and warm.
But if you put blueberry jam on this,
Oh yeah.
right?
Even just a little bit of butter, it's quite nice. Yeah.
You seem anti-jam. I'm just
No,
going to say it.
just-
This whole morning.
I like it, I like a good jam now and then, but I'm really I like butter.
That's fantastic.
Right?
Hold on.
Well, what are you gonna do with your behemoth toaster now?
Well,
You're
I have to let it
gigantic.
cool.
You can't move it.
I brought this all the way. I
that-
drove this all the way to Hollywood, adjacent.
From Ross.
Yes, I bought this from Ross this morning. I highly recommend. But you gotta. I feel like a little bit of blueberry jam on it,
I think blueberry jam
or
is
raspberry,
Yeah.
strawberry, but that's for the ladies.
Yeah, I like it. Peach, maybe.
Huckleberry.
Can you say that?
I don't think you're allowed to say huckleberry anymore.
No.
It's an interesting time, but he was smart enough to not use his own name. You see, I've used my real name my entire life, and he was like, "Well, what if people get mad about some of these words I know? I'll just
Later on, yeah.
Mark Twain."
Mark Twain. Yeah. Mark Twain.
Sammy Clemens is coming. You gonna go right, Sammy? You nerd.
You dork.
Fuck you, Jim. Fuck you. I'll get you one day. You'll see. I don't know. In 150 years, it might be changed. No one will ever change my written word. I'm pretty sure that's how.
That's how Mark Twain was inspired to write.
Yeah, he was bullied. Most people don't know.
Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
What are those?
What? He was bullied. He was bullied. You were saying.
Yeah, but nobody knows that. That's why he changed his name. People were like, if you see Sammy Clemens, punch him in the noggin.
Wow.
Okay.
Right in the back of the head.
Just punch
when
him.
he's
Don't
not
even-
looking.
You know what? If you just see two white whiskers out of the front of any man, just rain blows upon on down into a
Wow.
skull.
Wow. No wonder he. Got so famous.
What's the other? Those are the two main ones. These are, King Arthur Knight, Connecticut Yankee, and King Arthur's Court.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, there's probably another
These
one
are
in there.
the books my mother bought me
Wow.
as a classical educator. I put my Mad magazine in them.
I heard they stopped making Mad magazine.
Yeah, they're wrapping up.
They're wrapping it up.
Stop
Yeah.
making Playboy once they put a man on it. You know, like, I mean, the man dies, and 2 weeks later, there's a man on the cover of Playboy.
You think they were just waiting for him to die to do that?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, talk about it was almost like a feminist snuck through the PR company at Playboy, and they were like, you know what will stop men from jerking off at truck stops? put a thing. But they, I'm not trying to go down. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But I to be honest, I could give two shits about the transgender movement. I think it's great. I don't care. If anything that doesn't hurt anybody, go ahead.
Go for it.
But just Playboy. Let's just keep
your toys, your.
Let's just see. I'm not trying to spark a debate.
We're not gonna have a debate.
But I don't know.
On this podcast.
I don't give a shit. But I don't want to know.
I mean, you got Pornhub now. What do you need?
What's that?
What?
There you have what?
What? Huh?
What you said something about?
Huh?
Porn?
What I say?
I don't know, something.
Something?
I've never heard it before because I'm not a pervert.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not some sadist. Enjoying a bacchanalia.
You really
Which
did
is
have
counterpoint.
to. You really did have to read all the classics, didn't you?
The humor is half.
Bacchanalia. It's
Kids, that's what's called getting fucked up or crunk. Is that it?
crunk.
Crunked?
Yeah.
Cranked.
Cranked.
Well, crank. You ever tried crank?
No.
Cool.
You?
No. I don't need uppers. I'm already in a rage every day. In fact, I tried decaf the other day. That's garbage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had a decaf espresso the other day. I thought it was nice.
Why?
Well, I was trying to cut back on the caffeine. You remember we had this conversation about my blood pressure, right?
Well, that was several shows ago.
It was high. My blood pressure used to be high,
and now it's not.
and now it's not because of drugs. I lost a little weight too, but mostly
look
the drugs.
great.
Thank you. You
But
look
not in the ego. Or the id. Let's talk classics.
Classics.
Oh, no. You had high blood pressure.
I had high blood pressure, yeah.
And your wife is like, you don't have your affairs in order.
Go
so
to the
let's,
doctor.
Let's
Yeah,
keep
let's
you
get
alive
you-
until she gets the
Right.
paperwork done.
Yeah.
And where the,
I tried to get some life insurance. And then they started asking me all these questions about
like,
my
do
hypertension.
you have high blood pressure?
Yeah. And then they were going to, so I was like, maybe oh, there we go. Well, at least that's not in my
Frank.
shot anymore. Hey, Frank.
Hey, Frank, we got a spill. The good news is there's water all over electronics.
Clean up on aisle 3. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you really, there you go.
Frank?
Yeah.
Don't tell me to go fuck myself. Frank, come on. You know what? I'm glad your son died, Frank.
Wow. That's,
Get me my fucking water. Huh?
he doesn't mean it, Frank.
Non-union cocksucker. Get off my lawn.
Just don't really leave, Frank. Just,
Fuck Frank.
who's going to,
Glad your son overdosed.
who's going to run the show? Who's going to run the cameras if Frank's gone?
I don't know. I think we could order a couple of tripods off Amazon.
I don't know. But
Frank, you're one internet click.
no, Frank, don't leave. He was kidding.
No, fuck you, Frank.
No, Frank, he doesn't mean it.
Oh, don't cry, Frank.
See what you did?
Oh, he's crying about his son again.
Yeah. You brought it up. You did bring up his son.
I lost one of my gold toe socks at a Bally's resort, and I've never been the same. I couldn't imagine the loss of a child.
Did you just compare a child
It's
to
gold
us?
toe. Which is a fine. I'm going to be honest with you. I only wear gold toe socks.
Really?
Yeah. And I have an OCD where all of
Did
my
you get
socks are the same.
They're exactly the same.
All of my underwear are different
I
levels of wear.
I sometimes pair different kinds of socks together just
That's
'cause-
Alzheimer's.
just to wear them.
Do you have a hole in your brain like you're stroked out?
No. But one sock wears out, and it was a one of a kind, so I just put it with a different sock.
Okay. So, in between
Is this a
trading
problem for you,
mutual
Brian?
funds, what you do is you take two old socks.
Yeah.
You you put them together.
Right. And you make a podcast.
If Frank doesn't bring me a water, I'm going to lose my shit.
I think
Okay.
Frank he needs a little alone
He
time.
hit me up for money for the fucking headstone. You know what I mean? I was like, you don't need to get marble.
Dude.
He was 6. He didn't do nothing. What did he accomplish where he deserves marble? Get one of those flat
can't-
ones, like a Civil War baby.
You know, he has a name. His son has a name.
Frank Jr.
You
And he'll
can't-
never, and you know what? I'm glad he didn't grow up to be like his father.
Wow. Dude, he's right.
Below the line, God.
Who's
sake. He's still not getting the water.
You know, this is, in editing, this is going to be a real problem for you.
Oh, I don't
Frank's
feel the
going to have
need
to listen to this whole thing all over again.
Well, Frank does I explained to you who works here. Frank does the cameras, and the ghost of Tim Hall does the audio and production engineering.
Who edits?
Phyllis, Seymour Hoffman,
Oh, really? Wow.
Philip's sister, Phyllis Seymour Hoffman.
You really put together a crack team here. I got to say.
Well, he's not math,
You're
but
in-
no, she's nice. But you know, that's where Frank sold Seymour the heroin. So there's some.
I just feel like you're in a very dark place right now,
No, but
Brian.
there's like a.
You're in a very...
I know, you know.
What?
It wasn't my idea. She said, like, where can I get some heroin? I said, have you asked Frank? And then, you know.
You've ruined all these people's lives.
Remember that time I gave a nickel bag of Coke to River Phoenix, 1996? Can a man play the Viper Room? Too soon?
I mean, his brother literally just burst into tears on the Oscars the other day.
Did you believe that?
Oh, well, I mean, I know he's an actor.
He's
but
been dead 20 years. Get over it. You know what I mean? Like a river ran through it. It's over. It's over. Let it go.
you were,
They're a fine, fine family, and I hope to work with either the ghost or the Academy Award winner. River. That's what you get for naming your son River. Hey, work with Frank Jr. Why would he try to be, Frank's done nothing with his life, Frank.
Frank, just walk it off, buddy. But really...
Is he punching my old
I
headshots?
think so.
Why is he? Don't tear him up.
Oh, yeah. And what was that?
Did you hear that?
There was some stuff going on. That's what Frank do.
Frank?
Oh, I have an idea of what that is. Wait for it. It'll happen again in about 4.6 seconds.
It's gotta be a fan.
It's a fan.
Because it's
We have a fan.
oscillating. Finally.
We have a
White guy
fan.
high fives.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's an oscillating fan, but what fan isn't?
We're only halfway through, so we better come up with some better conversation. We've already done the angel
We've
food
already
bit.
done the angel food
We did the
cake
dog bit.
What did you have in your little list here?
Oh, well, you know what's funny is this is a book for my next project that I started writing.
Really?
I
What's
went through the history of the area just so I can learn about it for writing a project.
this area?
No. Back in New York.
Another area.
My next
Yeah.
project takes place in upstate New York,
Really?
where I am from. And I went through to learn the history in the books and just started writing down like paper mills. They had a paper mill in town. And people would often rent, they had a place, the Masonic Lodge and aqueducts and things that are, the quarry. Oh, my God.
The quarry. There was a quarry. in
I
it?
think I started this conversation last episode after the smoking biker wedding. Is I had a buddy named Chet, and he owned a Sand and Gravel Company. Okay.
Chet Sand and Gravel Company?
In addition to that, he had a chinchilla farm.
Really?
Now, I know you that our demographic skews heavily feminist. Okay. But
In fact, I
but
think
he
100% of our viewers
are
so far.
are
To date.
shrill sounding bitterless whores over 40. No. That's all right. It's I feel like that one's gonna be the one.
Bleep.
So he had the chinchilla farm, and obviously now if you've seen a chinchilla, they are as cute. And they make furs and jackets, and that's just, it's the 40s. Come on, doll, I'm gonna press you up against a Buick, see? With my high pants that go over my belly button, my wingtips.
Press you up against a Buick?
Oh yeah, that's how you do it. You didn't ask questions in the 40s. Would it be okay if I perhaps kiss you?
I don't.
You take a broad. You come back from the war. You're a Navy officer. You sexually assault her right there on camera for people that remember forever.
I don't know that this time that you imagine ever really existed. I think
please,
it's
clearly. Please, ring a ding ding doll. Let me tell you what. We went out the other night with our lady friends, and I made a joke because we were all on a Saturday. It's like, a good thing last night was for girlfriends, because remember the Goodfellas, it was like Fridays is for, we don't have them.
Nope.
But Tina, I love you anyways. So, with an S. That's how much I love her. She's fucking crazy. If I don't say hello to Tina, she gets funny.
Yeah, it's mad. She's
Gumas,
it's a thing.
I mean, I get it.
Okay.
I'm not going to see you on February 14th. I'll see you on the 13th. See you on the 15th.
But that one day.
That one day,
belongs to.
I spent Christmas alone. I was like, well,
Yeah, it's.
I married to 3 different women. Yeah. What was I telling you? Oh, so he had the chinchilla farm.
Chinchilla farm.
And I got to tell you, I've never slaughtered a chinchilla and don't plan to. But they were cute, and they saved the runt, and they had it as a pet, which I thought interesting. So that if they were strong, an apex predator, if you will, will fucking gut them alive.
But the weak ones.
But the cute one.
Yeah.
So he was in the movie Wall of Flesh. There's a scene where my character Tommy Bruno is getting a DUI on an electric wheelchair.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember in the original script, it was on a bucket loader.
Yeah.
That's because that story is Chet.
Wow.
Chet got a DUI on like a Tonka truck.
Bucket loader.
If you don't know what a bucket loader is, pull one up. When you're a kid, you scoop up things.
Yeah.
It's a bucket loader. You load it into the bucket. Well, he was out of beer. So he drove to town while smashing various vehicles on both sides. So he got a DUI on a bucket loader.
Wow.
And that was going to be in the movie, but then obviously for, cost.
Bucket loaders are very expensive to rent.
Well, they are.
It's also hard to crash into a bunch of cars and not have to pay for it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I mean, you could have just gone method and actually spent the night in jail after having actually stolen a bucket.
I got a DUI on a bucket
That's
loader.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does happen.
Wow.
But he was, he actually passed not too long ago. He was a great old guy, long white beard, chicken picking, loved
Wow.
country music. And I haven't seen him long time, but my buddies back home are still there. Great guy and his wife. But they just, own gravel company.
Yeah.
Chet.
Chet with the gravel company.
Yeah. I
That's
guess I can
great,
say
man.
where. North Petersburg.
North Petersburg.
Yeah, sand and gravel.
Never heard of
If you
that.
ever need sand and gravel. Hey, listen, if anybody's in upstate New York, you need some sand and gravel.
Do they still have the chinchilla farm?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Wow.
I don't know, really. I haven't followed up about the chinchillas.
What do people still do that? Do people still farm chinchillas?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not trying to bring the show down.
Fascinating.
No, I'm not.
Google that.
No, I'm not cutting them. I'm not taking a fine D2 steel and going up. But
wow.
yeah, various
That's
stories.
fascinating.
So Anyway, I opened this up to go to. I don't know.
Yeah, you had a list. Yeah,
whatever.
But I had a few childhood stories. You know. Oh, there's your list. Right?
Toast.
We did the toast. That was
Shirt.
Oh,
this is the one for the Oh, we're wearing.
We did it again.
We did it again.
And you have, but now twice, you have gone tracksuit on me.
Well, I'm built for comfort. I'm not built for speed, even though it's a tracksuit.
I mean, yeah. It's like I wear a shirt of a certain color, and then you wear a tracksuit of that same color.
Let me tell you what, I got more tracksuits. I wore a shirt. Well, I wore my
the first
my dad
time.
audition.
The first time, yeah. First episode 1, tracksuit. Yeah, it's nice.
You know.
That's a nice tracksuit too.
Thank you.
You could wear that out in public.
I do.
Oh.
And it's like a slim cut, which I didn't know.
It's a slim cut.
Yeah. So, but I'm
form fitting.
Yeah.
Fits some forms.
I got really fat last year. Thanks for nodding. And
I'm just yes-anding,
I wear Calvin Klein boxer briefs black. And like a psychopath, I have all the same socks, all the same boxer briefs.
Gold toe.
Gold toe. But I have 2 gold toe socks. I have the athletic sock and then the dress sock. They're both gold toe. They're both black. And the black, everything's black.
Yeah.
Why would you buy white? I'm no big city lawyer. But it seems like all underwear should be black. I'm just going to say it. In fact, if I ever start a line of underwear, it will be black only. What was the point of this story?
You got fat.
I got fat. And then by the bands of my boxer briefs are like the beaches of Omaha, Nebraska. Like they're
baconed.
Yeah.
They're baconed.
Yeah, they're not good. And they're stretched out. And then there's nothing more demoralizing than picking up a boxer brief and it's just. But we've been good. We've been on our diets, even though we're eating.
Yeah.
Because we are now a men of a certain age.
That's right. We had 1 slice of pizza.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We normally have 2.
Yeah.
But we had a donut after.
There was a donut involved. But, hey.
But no, it's,
Everybody's got to have a donut.
Everybody has to have a donut.
That's right.
You don't have to be hungry to have a donut. Near that movie.
Hang on.
You know it.
I do. Oh.
Frank.
Other People's Money.
Other People's Money.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Brilliant. I loved it.
It's fantastic.
I loved it. Yeah. I watched another movie last night. Actually, I watched Serenity. It was on Amazon.
Never heard of it.
It's Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway. And it was kind of weird.
What was it about? No spoilers, though.
Yeah, it was about a fisherman, and his ex-wife shows up and wants him to do in her mobster husband.
Okay.
He lives in a little idyllic town
Classic.
on an island.
Yeah.
And she wants him to off the husband. Yeah. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Nice distraction.
How did it end?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Serenity. Oh, I saw Cabin in the Woods last night for the first time.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, I wasn't scared. I was just like,
no. I thought the ending was clever.
Yeah. I like a movie where a man with a pistol kind of like struts up to a man with a bigger pistol and pew pew, So any of these like stories that empower people to make them feel like I don't know.
You're not with it, huh?
Nah, not it.
You need a good dirty Harry.
The whole Earth ended. Oh, fucking spoiler! Sorry. I mean, the movie. Okay,
spoiler alert.
This movie came out in 2011.
Yeah,
and it had.
I mean, if you're spoiling movies from almost a decade ago, then
yeah. Al Pacino dies at the end of Godfather 3.
He does. In a very undramatic way. He just kind of dies.
He just kind of dies.
Sort of anticlimactic. Anyway, Cabin in the Woods.
So it has Chris Hemsworth. I didn't know who was in it. And then that good-looking mixed fella with those beautiful green eyes there from Grey's Anatomy. But this was filmed 10 years ago. So I'm looking at these people a
actually,
decade ago.
It's funny because I saw
Jesse
it.
something, I think.
I saw it several years ago, like a couple years after it came out, and I don't actually remember who was in it.
Yeah, Chris Helmsworth and the
Wow.
really super handsome
Yeah.
mixed guy from
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy. I think his name's Jesse. So put it in the
Awesome.
comments below, whatever.
Yeah.
But
All you listeners.
all
out
you
there.
listeners,
All you listeners
well,
doing whatever it is you're doing.
it was just weird to go backwards in time.
Mm-hmm.
But there was who was that guy?
But I like that. I like seeing old movies full of people you don't know who they are yet, right? Before they were famous.
Well, if you go to Japan, you'll see my.
Oh,
What was that movie? Yeah,
you're before your famous movie. Before
I
Wall of
played-
Flesh
I played.
made you a superstar.
Yes, before it made me a household name.
Yes.
Where I'm from, your household cleaner. Ew. That means I've shot a man, allegedly,
Allegedly.
for sports.
Oh,
It doesn't count if it's for sports. If
my,
I paid another man to hunt another man.
my dad got the book.
Oh,
He got the book. He hasn't started reading it yet.
what did you like to
He
give
read the-
any
he read
more
the cover.
information to the people?
Yeah.
Listen,
So Brian
Sturges.
Mr. Brian Sturges, at Mr. Brian Sturges. He bought my dad a book. You bought you a book. You read the book, and it was the book about the movie The Irishman.
Yeah.
Right. It's
I heard
called
you paint houses.
I Heard You Paint Houses. Right. So my dad read the front or whatever, the first few pages about what that means.
Cover.
Yeah, the cover what it means if you paint houses.
Part-time Italian.
Part-time Italian.
I don't think prime. We talked about The Irishman.
Yeah.
It was the book was great. I mean, I read the whole thing. I saved it for a plane ride, so
Yeah.
I read half the book on one trip, and then
Yeah. I think he's gonna send it back to me when he's done.
Are you gonna read it?
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, he's reading it. He's just reading like four
It's all
of the
about
books.
the Jimmy Hoffa stuff.
Yeah, Jimmy Hoffa and his relationship with the mafia, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now somewhere my allegedly there's a picture of my grandparents with Jimmy Hoffa.
Really?
someplace.
Yeah, so-
at a dinner which was common.
Yeah, but I mean, you have some family history, right? With like you have a family, right? well, I mean, well, okay. When you were telling me about the book, you kept using the we pronoun.
That's because I identify. As a
okay.
Playboy model.
Oh, I see.
It's really identify.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
No,
Good.
I mean, I'm just moving on. No.
What? I didn't know all these things were off limits.
No.
Maybe we
let's
should
just-
have a little penalty box down here for when one of us starts talking about something the other doesn't want to talk about.
strike one. Like each episode, you get 3 strikes.
Yeah, right.
If you want to say we're not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah. I like that.
Well, let's not talk about
Let's
that.
not talk about that.
Even though there's that one rat guy out there now. He's a cop on one of the families, and he left the life, and he's out here in Hollywood trying to make it big. So he's on like all the mob shows,
Oh, really?
and the Sopranos called him, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing HBO." And he's like, "I didn't know." He's like, "I didn't know it was going to be a thing." So he, it's not TV. Yeah,
He passed. He passed on The Sopranos.
he passed. Yeah,
Passed.
past tense. Those guys. Bobby Bacala, the guy, Steve Sharippa, who played Bobby Bacala, right?
Okay, yeah,
Uncle
yeah.
Junior's
Yeah.
guy. He wore a fat suit underneath there, but he was a booker in Las Vegas for years at the casinos.
Really?
So he met people through booking them in the
He
thing.
knew some guys.
He knew some guys from New
Yeah.
York. He's doing some booking in Vegas, and it's kind of how he got to start. And my buddy, Joey V.
Okay.
That's enough to say.
All right. Yeah.
I remember him and his brother owned the seafood / strip club restaurant in my neighborhood. He
It's so fun to watch you Try and negotiate what you can say.
Joey V. If I say waste management, it's going. He worked in pipe. Literally, he made the pipes that in the skyscrapers in New York they would use for plumbing.
Okay.
Throughout there, and he.
So he was a plumber.
No. I don't think he's plumbed a day in his life.
Joey V. Huh?
But he ran a business where he manufactured the pipes down there, and
he made pipe.
He made the pipe
that
would
others
go down, that would
laid.
Go down. Yeah, he didn't lay the pipe. Played saxophone actually.
Really?
Great saxophone tenor guy.
That's fascinating. Yeah.
But he had, and his, well, I can't say that. But he had people like the people from The Sopranos, like they'd hire the actors to come on. So like they'd open up the new pipe manufacturing facility. And it would be like half the cast of The Sopranos being like, "Hey, this is,
all right.
I heard I was going to get a meal."
Yeah, right.
But,
where's Crafty?
Yeah. Oh, Crafty got shot.
Poor Crafty.
Poor Crafty. But yeah, he was. No, I can't tell that story either.
Tell me. I gotta add. I've been looking at this thing. Tell me about this hat. All good in the woods.
It's all good in the woods. This is a gift from none only than Timmy Pensek.
Really?
The man, Big Tim.
Big Tim.
He bought this for me when he was...
Tim, subscribe, please. Just right down there below.
He's a
Just
busy man.
click the little... It's that way. That way. Yeah. The little
No,
button.
I think
It's because it's,
But he was driving. He went... where did he go? I don't know. He drove cross country, and he bought me this hat. And he said, It's all good in the woods.
Wow. Timmy's an interesting... He's an interesting character.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least once a day, I get some sort of pornographic text message.
Does it open up the little preview so you get to see, like, on your phone?
I don't have that. Where are you from?
No.
You think no, please.
You're in a meeting.
Where are you from?
And all of a sudden...
Let's put it this way. He sent me a visual of a Happy Valentine's Day card, and the woman was making it with, let's say she made a heart with her spirit.
Yeah.
And, just at any time of the day, he will send me a picture of porn. It'd be like,
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
love fat chicks. And he loved, I've said his whole name, so we better clean it up.
Yeah.
But that man, yeah. So he bought me this All Good in the Woods.
I like that.
Because
I like it.
He's living up in Seattle now.
And it's kind of an earthy tone, like you may work in the woods. It kind of fits the whole,
From here up
Yeah.
is
Right.
one look.
Yeah.
From here down is
down
another.
is yeah.
I'm not wearing any pants.
It's like it's like the rural Brian on top and urban
it's
Brian.
the mullet. As a part-time Italian.
Yeah, right. It's a part-time Italian.
I got to wear a trucker hat with a tracksuit to help balance it off. But he sent me all sorts of dirty stuff and just
the dirtiest.
this gifts like who made this gift? Like who's got time in the day? It's like women, like it's like I'm at the Bellagio.
He has a talent. He has a talent.
He has a
Timmy.
talent to
Yeah.
find things. Well,
Right.
I should not have used his last name, but he is into the things. You ever have a friend? You ever wonder? Now, I had never heard of. You had mentioned a website before that I had never heard of.
Uh-huh.
But if you wish to go on it,
Yeah.
and you're like, what are these sections? Like, who clicks on these? He clicks.
He clicks.
He's the man.
He's the
clicking on
one
it. Yeah, yeah.
driving.
Yes, he's always click one. But those things you're like, you're an interesting fella.
Yeah.
Timmy.
You should have him on the show.
I
You should have him on the show.
would love to.
We should like FaceTime him or something. Is this gonna work?
Now, his caller ID picture is his naked ass.
So maybe.
So I stay with it. It pops up.
right.
Let me see if this thing is good to go.
Oh, it's so exciting! It's our first call in. But it's a call out. How do you look at that? Maybe he's gonna be at work. You can pick up? No.
If you're waiting at home, we are waiting for Timmy to answer. Timmy's going to answer, not going to answer?
Timmy, he may or may not. I don't usually pick up FaceTimes unless, because you never know what you're going to see. Usually it's the inside of somebody's pocket, but sometimes it's not.
Nope, Timmy's
Oh, Timmy.
He would have been quite the man to have on.
Well, next time. We'll get him later. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you got going on this week? Anything?
No, dude, I'm living the dream.
Living the dream.
Yeah, the wife's out of town, and
yeah, we are doing.
I got a little, I got a few little projects to work on.
Oh, yeah.
I did some science yesterday. I scienced. Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah, I did a calculation. I computered. I calculated. Yeah, I scienced. Totally.
What does that mean?
I mean, I downloaded all this data, and I processed it, and I calculated something that nobody else quite calculates the way I calculated, and then I saw what it was, and I said, oh, that's interesting, and then I just forgot all about it after that.
That story has some holes in it.
You don't think that's real? You don't think that's real? I did that. I did it. I scienced, man. So I calculated
like you opened an app?
I calculated the overturning circulation in the Atlantic Ocean yesterday.
You could have just called Timmy.
I could have just called Timmy.
Timmy's got
Timmy.
An answer. Hey, Timmy, what's the ocean?
What happened in the ocean?
Oh, I did have a question for you about your project.
Yeah,
Are we allowed to say the project now?
Yeah, go for it.
The OMG.
Oceans Melting Greenland, right. OMG. Yeah. Facebook.com/ClimateElvis. Check it out. I don't speak for NASA. Go for it.
I do. So you're measuring the sea level. You're dropping.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to the bottom?
It does. Yeah.
So it goes to the very bottom of the ocean.
Well, it goes to the bottom on the shelf. So where we're dropping them is like around Greenland. There's a continental shelf.
Okay.
And then it drops off to the deep ocean.
So it's like the deep end.
Yeah, right.
Like
it's the shallow end.
Yacht pool.
Right. It's still half a mile deep, but it's not like several. It's not like 2 miles. 3 miles.
So that was my question. But you don't get them back.
No. They're one-time use.
People were asking me.
They're one-time use. So most of the ones we drop, they're called expendable CTDs. CTDs, conductivity, because that's what it measures, and temperature and depth. So it measures those three things. And I know. It falls from the surface. It's got a little wire, and it measures how warm and how salty the water is all the way down to the bottom. And then when it's done, after about 10 minutes, the whole thing sinks itself. There's a little part that stays at the surface to radio the data back to the plane, and then afterwards, the whole thing
stays in the ocean forever.
Stays in the ocean forever, right?
So you're littering.
I'm littering. Yeah.
So how come when I throw a cup of Arby's out on the 405, I get a ticket, but you can drop tons of metal into the ocean?
I'm a scientist. Well, okay.
Well, I'll tell that to the officer.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I'm going to get this on the podcast, so it's recorded forever. They actually decompose over time. Most of the parts are made of metal, and the seawater actually dissolves it over time. There are a few plastic parts, but those plastic parts are heavier than seawater, so they all wind up on the bottom, and they get covered with sediments. So they're not like floating at the surface like the Great Garbage Patch where the turtles eat it and die.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen.
What's up with that? Can't we just
clean it up? You ever try to clean a sizable room?
Why can't
it's the biggest room in the world. It's
why not
a
just
third
burn
of
it
the
all?
planet. Why not burn all of our trash instead of put it in the ocean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Some countries actually do that, as a matter of fact, yeah. But it's not all just like spilled stuff. It's not all just trash. Like some of it is shipping containers that fell off of boats. Some of it is like industrial waste. Some of it's like used fishing equipment and stuff like that floating out there. So there's all these different sources of it. So you kind of want to stop it at the source.
It's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
I'm listening to you, but I hear the
I know.
the fan is angry, my friend.
That's what it sounds like.
Am
For
I
the
gonna have to
people at
bleep
home,
this?
for the people at home, that's what it sounds like.
What does it sound like? That's good. I
Yeah.
was curious, if that's okay. So
Yeah. So I mean, look, it's not a zero like footprint. It's not, there is some
Dude, you think I
environmental
give a
footprint,
shit?
but it's minimal actually, considering the value of the data that we get. All the stuff winds up on the sea floor, and it does eventually get covered by sediments, and a lot of it dissolves, and so it's a minimal footprint, way smaller than like commercial fishing or something like that.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up here, but the trash island.
Yeah, the garbage patch.
What's it? Why?
It's not really an island, It's just a place where all the stuff kind of collects in the water.
Oh,
It's not like you could
the
walk
currents
on
of the
it.
water.
Yeah.
They,
Basically,
whatever, just all ends up.
It's basically like a vacuum. The current's there, all the water's sinking, and so like the plastic converges because the water's sinking out from underneath it, but the plastic floats, so it stays at the surface and it just piles up, and not real piles, but it congregates, Like,
But why? Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So it's not that bad. That's what I'm hearing.
It's still pretty bad.
It conjugates.
It congregates, yeah.
It conjugates. It conjugates.
Those are verbs.
Whoa. Well, why don't you? You know what? You wrap us up.
All right.
Frank. Frank hasn't come back yet.
I think you really hurt his feelings, man. Frank he's a sensitive
It's been
guy.
8 years. Get over it. You know what I mean?
It was his son.
Get over it.
It was,
Get over it.
Dude.
Every year the Facebook posts.
I know.
Son is dead.
Yeah.
We get it. Like how about some new news? Like
You're a monster. You're really like a monster.
Well, it sounds like you're on Frank's side.
I think we're all on Frank's side, except for you.
You know what? Okay. Well,
Frank, we're sorry. Just, don't.
He's got a gun. Frank's got a gun. Okay.
Okay, we're two guys talking, and we gotta go.
Frank, I didn't mean it.